This is Uneducated Sports Talk. Stay smart, stay uneducated.
Welcome all sports fans and everyone across the nation. This is Uneducated Sports Talk, presenting Tuesdays with TJ, episode 35. That's right, you guys. We are live. I'm your host, Carlos Clayton. My beautiful co-host, PJ Miss Phyllis Jr., and the man to my right, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. TJ Tracy. What's up, TJ?
I'm doing good. Thank you very much. How is everyone today? I'm staying safe and hopefully not gone too crazy without football. We don't even have the UFL now to keep us entertained.
Well, there is the CFL, so I can't discredit that. the Canadian
I forgot
Football
about
League.
CFL.
But
There goes my.
you know, it's not in the U.S. It's not in the U.K. So it's like, all right. But for those who are just diehard football lovers, the CFL is still going on. If you guys are very interested in that, I've never been interested in the Canadian Football League. Never.
I wouldn't even know how to watch it. Hold on.
I mean, I've seen it back in the day. I'll say like 15 years ago. It would come on ESPN2 back in the day. There was your regular ESPN channel. There was ESPN2. I don't know if you guys had that in the UK. I doubt it. But so we have our ESPN. There's a backup ESPN channel called ESPN2, which show like the like Division 2 games. It would show more of your like regular wrestling, those kind of events, right? Especially late night, you got like a lot of crazy stuff, right? Arm wrestling, that kind of stuff, right? And then you have your Canadian Football League, which will come on like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. And so I would sit there and I would watch it. And if I watch it, I was kind of into it, depending on what I was doing. As 15 years ago, I was 20. So yeah, a 20-year-old was I really watching the CFL? Yes and no, but 10 o'clock at night, I was probably watching it because it was the only thing on. The rules are a little different, but not extreme. Instead of 4 downs, it's only 3 downs.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, and and I think you got to get how many yards for a first down? Is it still 10 yards for first down?
I think it's still 10, but obviously you lose that extra down, so you've only got 2 attempts really before you punt it.
Then you got the freaking the wide touchdown and the field goal that's still like on the touchdown is so be careful. Yeah, so I just think about all that. It was just like, okay, well, But yeah, nonetheless, though, we are here. Thank y'all for the love and the support, man. You guys are awesome. Without you guys, none of this is possible. Once again, 35 episodes. TJ, it's crazy, bro.
I know, it's crazy. What's also crazy is I went down a rabbit hole quickly.
Uh-oh.
How to watch the CFL in the UK. No idea. And then apparently the CFL has a partnership with something called the British American Football League. Not heard of. Then I went down a further rabbit hole. Apparently they've got a team in Colchester, which is less than 30 minutes away from me.
Really?
Yeah. So that's the thing.
Hey, you might want to sign up, man. You can go for tryouts.
Sign up? What, 30-year-old fat man? No, I think
hey, you get there, it might be other 30-year-old fat men playing that. You might be the best player.
Oh, that's funny. Let's play.
They say, hey, son, can you read? Yes, sir. You're on the team.
I can't even do that. I can't read.
We got some folks in the chat right now. We got Andrew say, yo, what's up, Carlos and PJ? She said, what's up, Andrew? Daniel Berry Sports Highlight says, hey, everyone, happy Tuesday. How's it going? Good over here, man.
Good. I hope it was doing good as well.
Oh, man, yeah, I was at my job busting my ass for about a 4-hour period, man, outside. Right now, we have currently hit not at this moment, but now we're finally hitting triple-digit stages in the heat now, so. The last 2 days now was our first day of the year in triple digits, yesterday and today, so. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yesterday, I avoided going outside. I was outside around 8 o'clock a.m., got back in my office about 8:15, and didn't see a lick of sunshine the rest of the day. Today, a 30-minute job lasted about 4 hours, man. Outside in that heat, I was so mad. Anyways, but you guys are here to talk about football. Do us a favor, man. Rep your team. Represent your team. Hit that like button. I don't have a goal to smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button to not only join Tuesday with TJ, but of course, UnEducated Sports Talk as well, where we break down everything from football, basketball, baseball, college sports, all the above, you guys. Come on in and show some love to your boys, and we appreciate that. This is Tuesdays with TJ, episode 35. All right, TJ, let's get it in, my guy. Um,
Let's do this.
so we all know Caleb Williams, Jayden Daniels. They're the talk around town for this year's rookie class, especially being picks 1 and 2 to Bears and the Commanders. The thing is, both these teams were 1 and 2 for a reason, and
Hmm.
both these teams haven't really had that much to speak on the last 4 or 5 years now. So um, my question to you, TJ, is going to be basically which team needs their particular quarterback to shine more in this year? The Bears or the Commanders for the success of their team?
I'm going to go with the Bears. I feel like if Caleb Williams doesn't turn out to like what he should be, then that's essentially 3 quarterbacks in a row that they have got the pickings for: Trubisky, Fields, and obviously Caleb Williams, and it hasn't turned up. Like, it shows that it's not just the coaching; it's an organization thing. Like, if they failed again for 3 years because they've got rid of, well, technically it's only been one coach difference because they had Idaflut's ruins. We had, what was it, Matt Nagy? Matt Nagy?
Matt Nagy, yeah, yep.
Matt Nagy ruined Trubisky and Fields, and Idaflut's ruined Fields. So potentially could ruin Williams as well. But I think that's the bigger one because they've gone from, oh, we don't care if we don't throw the ball, we're a running team, to more, oh, actually, we would like to have a 4,000 passer and stuff like that. But yeah, I reckon he's the more concerning because the Commanders, they're, I feel like the pressure's not on them at the moment,
Right.
especially feel like they still feel like they need to rebuild. The O-line's still a bit awful. Their defense isn't the best, especially when they traded away their best pieces last year in Chase and Sweat. So the Commanders are still in that sort of rebuild mode, and the Bears have as well, but they've definitely got more pieces for their QB with DJ Moore and who was the Chargers player they got?
Keenan Allen.
Eckler? Keenan Allen. Yeah, so they've obviously got more people around their QB, and if he doesn't come out and be what he's promised, then I think there might be a bit of problem because they're going to change head coach again at the end of this year. That puts back their QB again because they have to learn a whole new system, and the cycle repeats itself. What about you?
No, I agree. As far as like who needs to shine more, it's going to be Caleb Williams because I think more pressure is going to be on Williams for moving their offense. As far as Jayden Daniels goes, I want to talk a little on Daniels. They don't have the weapons per se to put the pressure on the quarterback to be this all-time guru quarterback for year one, right? The pressure isn't there as it is for Chicago. You brought in DJ Moore 2 years ago. You brought in Keenan Allen this year, like you said earlier, right? That right there is saying we are going to depend on you a lot more. And the running game, we don't know what's going on with the Bears running game. We don't know who's going to be what kind of running game do they have, what kind of attack they have. I don't see.
They've got Swift.
Yeah, they are Swift, but I mean, we got to see them in that offense. We got to see them because the Bears running game outside of Fields has been very non-existent. Mind you, they had the guy that's in Detroit now. What's his name? I forgot already. But he was the Montgomery. Dave Montgomery had a monster year for Detroit, but in Chicago he couldn't get going. You know.
Yeah,
so I'm concerned about the running game. Now Swift is really good, but I saw Montgomery play very well for the Lions, and I was like, where was that for the Bears? So it's about the head coach. It's about putting them in position to run the ball very well. I don't know that. I think they'll put a lot more of their faith in Caleb Williams, and that's going to determine a lot more of the success. Now, as far as Jayden Daniels go, the running game is there for Washington. The defense is actually there. I don't know if you knew, but a poll came out about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and the Commanders were ranked the best linebacking core in the NFL.
Really?
Crazy. Yes, over the 49ers, right? They're one, not a two. And I was like,
Wow.
oh, okay, that's okay. Well, they obviously know something that we don't know about. I don't know. But so the defense is gonna be there. We know about that. The defense is gonna play okay. That offense on a running game, and of course, Jayden Daniels can also be a running threat as well. So you see a lot more of basic plays for Jayden Daniels, in my opinion, especially early on in the year. Now, as far as Williams goes, I think they're putting all of their all the mix on Williams from day one. You know, lead us to the promised land. That's a lot of pressure on a rookie quarterback for a franchise that has never had a 4,000-yard passer. You know,
It is.
shout out to that Coach Rock says Caleb won't be that good. Average quarterback, Bears in trouble. Coach Rock on Facebook letting us know. Shout out to Coach Rock, man. Check out Keeping It Real Who That Sports Podcast and the Come On In Sports Network as well, you guys. Yeah, so we both agree that the onus is going to be on Caleb Williams to shine this year. Will it happen? Well, that's why we play the games.
Yeah. Might I also say it's not part of our topics, but we could sort of potentially predict it about Jayden Daniels and Brandon Ayuk. That obviously, apparently he had a conversation with 49ers about his future. He announced that he was going to do that on I think it was like a radio station, but he also was with Jayden Daniels. And apparently the conversations that Commanders might trade for Ayuk. I hope not. As a certain Bears fan, I really hope not.
Fan,
yeah. But there is a possibility that the Commanders trade, which means they'll have Scary Terry, I think, Dobbs, and Ayuk, which is quite a nasty combination.
That would be a nice little trio.
Yeah.
I still think all number 2 receivers, but someone's going to go on, right?
Even Scary Terry.
I think McLaurin he'll be a great number 2. Great. Crazy number 2. He's not number 1 in my opinion.
Wow. I think that's a hot take there.
I'll take, man. I'll take. Card Craze says, good afternoon from BC, Canada. What's up to the beautiful Card Craze? How you doing?
Hello.
Just missed our CFL talk. All good things.
All good things.
All good things.
It's led me down a rabbit hole of the British, which I might go see. I like my local team apparently this Sunday.
That's crazy. Thank y'all for showing love. All right, y'all. So we both agree that to shine more, the Bears really want Williams to shine a whole lot more.
Now, if we expand that question to all of the first-round rookie QBs, obviously not Penix because he's not going to, if I've said his name right, he's not going to play. What about Drake May and Bo Nix?
No.
Would you?
No. As far as Bo Nix goes, Bo Nix look, he's going to play the same way he played in college, man. He's very accurate. So it's going to be a lot of 5 yards, get it out quick. You know, that's where the Drew Brees comparison comes to when in Sean Payton's mind. He's saying Bo Nix get the ball out very fast and he's accurate with it. Now, going down deep might be trouble for him. So more like a little kiss, keep it stupid simple for Bo Nix. So I think with the running game they have as well, and that defense that can rise to the occasion, which did 2 years ago, not last year, but they can revert back to 2 years ago, I think he'll be what you call a game manager. Like, you know, Bo Nix is your game manager. As far as Drake Mays go, look, he's still having issues trying to be the starting quarterback. You know, the eyes of the team. So I won't go his route right now. I got Mikey O says, much love, y'all. Appreciate the stream. Yes, sir.
What's up, Mikey O?
What's up, CC?
Have a good one, Mikey O. What about JJ?
Yeah, McCarthy. Hey, McCarthy. No, bro. Game manager. Man.
No.
I don't know why I was about to get excited. McCarthy might come out and slang that thing just because you got Justin Jefferson. You got Jefferson there 5 years, 4 years, a bunch of freaking money. You got to throw the ball to him. You have to. So I think he'll let it more loose than the Drake May. And but as far as like the two teams that I believe as far as like throwing that ball all the time, yada yada yada. Jayden Daniels and Caleb Williams, they might be the two that have thrown it the most, in my opinion. You know, so
Oh
we'll
yeah.
see. But as far as as far as JJ goes and Drake May goes, especially Drake Mays, I don't see it. I don't see it.
Fair enough. I was just wondering because obviously they are the starting QBs and people are comparing it a lot to that 2021 class and only one QB now lasted in their team and got paid. The rest all got traded. So
Yeah, crazy, right? We got
yeah,
Dark
very much.
Striker, 628 says, what's good? And Infinity says, Carlos, PJ, and TJ, what's up?
What up, everybody?
PJ said, what's up, DS, and what's up, IP? Dark says, I say Caleb needs to shine more. They decide to get weapons for him in a very tough division. So if he doesn't do well, there is no excuses for him.
Fair.
I agree.
Fair. All right.
I agree.
Got
All right, y'all. If you want to hear more of our conversation, just rewind it back. We had a nice little 15-minute convo about Caleb and Jayden and the rest of the quarterback class of this year. Now, let's get to a very interesting topic. Aaron Rodgers, fresh off of the Achilles injury, he should be fine now, right? Who knows? But it is an Achilles injury. But my man said, yeah, I didn't show for the voluntary, whatever. We get that, you know. But then a no-show for minicamp, and he's the starting quarterback for the New York Jets. My question is Aaron Rodgers' absence at minicamp a concern for the Jets?
I was going to say no. I don't think he is. He's always had this personality. You don't want to annoy him. He is clearly senior. Like he's Aaron Rodgers, so it's not like he's a rookie. He was last year. He technically learned the system. Unfortunately, 4 snaps in, it all went terrible. I don't think it's a major concern. It's when you get to training camp, that's when you got a question.
Yeah.
My main concern for the Jets organization is the Hassan Reddick situation where he got traded, agreed to go to mandatory mini camp, and then just went to Japan instead. So yeah,
I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah. Obviously, we traded for him for like a reload pick. People are like, "What are you doing, Harry? Like, come on!" And he promised to go. He didn't, and he uploaded a picture of himself in Japan in a full-on, original. Well, how can I phrase this? In like what they dress and all that kind of stuff. So you've got that situation because he wants a new contract. They're not going to pay him. With Aaron Rodgers, I think you're going to let him be. Please the man because it's shown that he can work in any situation to be successful. So I don't think it's a major concern. Obviously, you want him there, but I think you don't want to piss him off. Sorry for my language.
As far as the Jets organization goes, they probably don't care, or like you said, you don't want to piss Aaron Rodgers off, whatever. As far as the Jets season goes, I'm concerned about. I understand he's the old veteran. He's been there, done that. I'm not saying none of that. But at the same time, I'm not worried about his presence. I'm worried about his foot. I'm worried about his foot placement. I'm worried about, just the simple things of the 7-step drop back, planting, looking, throwing. All that comes in a turn. Now, maybe he's been practicing on his own. I'm assuming that he is. But it's nothing like the real thing, baby. You know about that. My thing is the concern, the footwork, the drop back, the stopping on a dime, the throwing the ball, planting of the feet. That's what I want to see from Aaron Rodgers. We haven't seen it all year. Look, all that BS talk about, he's coming back. If the Jets were, had a better record, no, he wasn't coming back. I'm sorry.
You know how BS that is the moment it was like, they can't get in. Oh no, I'm about 6 weeks away from recovery.
Yeah,
The moment it was like they've been eliminated, he was like, oh no, I'm actually 6 weeks away, not
See?
2 days.
So I'm like, so all that talk about him coming back was all BS. My thing is, so that means he wasn't really doing things to really say, that was just honestly PR. That was the Jets trying to keep the Jets fans motivated for their current team and their current situation. That's all that was. So, as far as like literally seeing Aaron Rodgers do that and be fine with it, they haven't seen it yet. I am still kind of concerned because it takes all 11 on offense, especially the quarterback, and he's the leader, and you want him there so that you can have some kind of confidence. Because right now it's still shaky. You can go into training camp and I guess tear it up, but until you hit that week 1 of the NFL season and produce and be healthy in the week 2, they're gonna have a little scare, So I am sort of concerned. I hope that minicamp is it for him, and I hope that he does. I mean, he will come back for training camp, but I hope he comes back ready to rock and roll, put everything in motion. Let's get it, you guys. I'm here, and let's bust some ass. Let's get to the playoffs and see what happens. And I hope that's.
I know he annoyed the owner when there was a chance he was going to run for VP when the Kennedys asked him to run as a running mate. And the owner was like, he can't do this. He's promised us at least 2 years, That annoyed the owner and some teammates. So I can understand him also not showing up for mandatory. It will annoy the other people in the building because he feels like obviously, this is not putting words in his mouth and all that, but I can see if I was there and you've got the star QB coming off injury and all that hope and it was lost and he didn't turn up to practice, I would be a bit annoyed. Mm-hmm. I'd be a bit miffed. So I can see, especially when you've had all this other stuff throughout the season. So maybe, it also doesn't help the bridges in that situation, especially when Salah was like, he's going to be there, and then all of a sudden he's not there. Oh, no, you spoke all the time. He's fine. Yeah, that was a miscue. You're right. Yes, you are spot on. It is concerning.
I'm just saying it's a tad bit concerning because he was 3 plays and done last year. This wasn't like he was tearing up for a part of the season, and you're like, okay, well, we seen Rodgers in that green and white jet uniform tear it up. We haven't seen it. So, I mean, we'll be concerned a little bit. Coach Rock from Facebook says Rodgers just got the Jets buying him nice things with their money. He's like Thanksgiving. He's done. The turkey is done. All right. I won't go that far yet, man. But I'm leaning towards who made that prediction again? I saw someone make a prediction. They said, oh man, where's it at? Dark Striker says, hot take, Jets will compete, but they won't make the playoffs. I feel that same kind of way. Like, until Rodgers really shows me that he is that dude, and he gonna ball out, I don't see it right now from New York. And as good as their defense is, and they have a really good defense, Rodgers has to be just okay. He's got to be better than freaking Zach Wilson, which he's going to be. But he's got to be, if Rodgers plays average quarterback play, Jets are going to the playoffs. So hopefully that happens.
Yeah. Dark Strider also has, what's funny is the guy that injured Rodgers is now on the 49ers, the same team he's facing in week 1. So
Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football as well. And obviously, don't want people to get injured, but it would be quite funny if his Achilles did the same thing.
Yeah, it'd be crazy.
It would just be devastating for Jets fans. But
I don't even want to wish that on him, man. Oh my God!
No, you don't.
I ain't gonna lie. That would be heartbreaking.
It would
be
devastating.
So Jesus.
It would be utterly devastating. But
so hopefully we see these guys come through on that notion. We'll find out though.
We'll find out.
It's tough, man. I know Jets fans are just like praying
just
for anything good to happen. They're praying.
They're
saying, just get us to the freaking playoffs.
Who are their Jets' backup quarterback? Because obviously it's not Wilson anymore.
Where's Wilson at?
He's a Bronco.
Huh?
He got traded to the Broncos, didn't he, for a 7th?
Oh, he did. Damn. I was like, I don't know who it is.
So it's it's Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod Taylor?
Tyrod Taylor's
that's
current
not
backup.
bad. Hey, he'll be balling off for like 2 games for your ass for sure. Till he gets hurt. Oh yeah. Hey, if Rodgers goes down, Tyrod gonna have a monster 2 games, and he'll get hurt.
And then you've got a guy called Jordan Travis, who is questionable already.
Oh, that's because they got Jordan Travis. I like that though.
I don't know who that
is. ACL injury from last year for the Seminoles.
Oh,
remember they're undefeated.
Yes.
They were undefeated and didn't make the playoffs because he got hurt. So they didn't go to the playoffs, which is stupid. I hated that. but that's college football for you though, right? So I'm fine with Jordan Travis, but he's still a rookie though, so you never know. Off of an ACL injury, so yeah, that's tough. That's why he's still questionable.
Got ya. Okay, now that makes sense.
All right, man. Hey, Jesus. All right. Well, every season, there's always that one or two or a handful of guys that have a breakout year, that had maybe a good year. And when I say breakout, it's usually year 2 or year 3. Because if you don't show any promise years 1 through 3, I don't think year 4 is the year for you either, though. So this is usually guys have been in the league for 1 or 2 years, and someone that not out the blue, but like just tears it up, finally finds his rhythm, finally finds his peak where he needs to be at. That breakout star. Who do you think is ready to become that breakout star for the year 2024?
Personally, I think it's going to be Bijan Robinson.
Ooh.
He got 976 yards on a terrible offense with a terrible O-line and a head coach who benched him, had tendency of benching him for no reason. And now he's got Kirk Cousins, he's got a bit more weapons, and a coach that hopefully knows how to use him. And if he got 976 with all that against him, I feel like this is the year he's going to, I would say, explode over 1,000 yards rushing easily. Maybe not in like the top 5, running, but enough to be like, oh, now we know why they picked him 8th overall.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it really, he showed why he was picked that high. But again, I don't blame him. I blame the terrible coach and the offense. But with all that's changed in Atlanta, and he showed, obviously it's a different system, but Kirk Cousins needs that handoff because it happened with Cook. It happened with every time he's had started, he's needed the running back to also shine. And I think Bijan will be that next in line to Kirk and show off. So I'm going to go Bijan. What about you, good friend?
That is an awesome pick, by the way. I didn't think about him, but I'm going to keep it at running back, and not going to stay in the NFC, but I'm going to go with Jahmyr Gibbs, running back from Detroit. And I think, although he's in a 2-back tandem with him and Montgomery, I saw towards the end of the year when Gibbs was, fully that guy, I saw he got more of the bulk of the carries and the touches, especially in the playoffs. In the playoffs, he was that dude as well. So I really think that Jahmyr Gibbs, I'm looking for a 1,800-yard season.
1,800 in total.
Receiving.
I was going to say, like,
not hell no. But a combined year, right? Rushing, receiving, 1,800 yards, whether it's, 1,000 rushing, 800 receiving, or whether it's 9 and 9. I think one of those years. Now, that would probably means that he's really tearing it up, or Montgomery either got injured or he's really slacking. But I think he's going to have a really crazy year, and I'm going to go with him Pro Bowl as well. And obviously you're going with your guy Bijan Robinson Pro Bowl as well. Because
Yeah.
that's that breakout year for those guys, and I can see it, especially Robinson. That's a good one because he is the main guy
Well,
for that
what's
Falcons.
quite funny is I chose the first running back off the board in 2023. You chose number 2 off the board in 2023, so they are in their second year.
But they both somewhat delivered outside of having a boneheaded coach last year in Arthur Smith. So,
So
they didn't
you
want to
won
play the man.
1,800 yards this year. In total last year, Gibbs had 1,251 yards. So not bad already.
Yeah,
So
I'm
obviously
saying
needs about 500 more
almost
yards.
500 some change more. I'm telling you, I got a feeling he's going to have a breakout year. And I'm on the Lions bandwagon. I at first I wasn't, even last year I kind of wasn't. I'm on it this year. That line they've impressed me, and I'm all about Detroit now. So forgive me, Lions fans. I'm all about Detroit now.
Well, unfortunately, they cannot win the Super Bowl this year because the prophet Carlos has decreed that 2027 will be the year they win the Super Bowl.
Why? Now
I remember.
I didn't. Would I say
Yeah, 2027
year or 26, 27?
Yeah, 20. No, you said, well, you didn't. You said in 2027 they're going to win the Super Bowl without coach. No, the coach. Oh my God, Campbell.
Without Dan Campbell?
You said without Dan Campbell.
Oh, damn, I'm wrong about that. Dan Campbell's there for a while. I'm wrong about that. I thought I said without Jared Goff, but yeah, I thought it'd be the.
No.
I'm telling you, I thought that Goff would be. I'm wrong about that too, though. I thought.
Oh, I think the question was with Goff and Campbell. You said without both. So
okay, yeah, probably so then. Well, I was wrong about both because Jared Goff got that extension, and guess what? Campbell's not far behind with his extension coming up soon because he has been amazing for Detroit. Albeit he kind of was the reason why they lost, but still, he's been amazing those couple years now. Those 3 years he's been there. Kelly Gardner's in the building. Says, how about I stop by and call out my Green Bay Packers? He said, what's up, KG?
What's up, Kelly?
Says, hi, Carlos and PJ and TJ. Let's go.
What's up?
We got Tuck the Puppy also in the building. Says, hey, PJ. Carlos and PJ, what's good? PJ said, what's up, my love?
What kind of puppy is it?
Oh, yeah. What kind of puppy is Tuck the Puppy? I never even looked at his PFP beforehand. I never looked at it. It looks creative, but I never even see if it was a puppy on there. Said Cowboys fan, TJ is an Eagles fan. Hey. So yeah, as our breakout stars, I'm going with Jahmyr Gibbs, and he's going with Bijan Robinson. And I think those are two really awesome picks because I think they'll be used a lot more. Well, this next topic is for Kelly Gardner and Packers fans. Oh, we got Gigi Katai says, tune in from H-Town, from Houston, Texas. Gigi, how you doing, love? Peter said, what's up? GK is in the building. That's right, we got the beautiful Gigi showing love. All right, we want to talk a little love, you guys. A little Jordan love. How about that? Yo, Jordan Love, monster end of his season last year. Somewhere around week 8 or 9, maybe 10, it clicked for him. It clicked because in the beginning, it was very, all right, brother. In the midst of all that, he still found a way to beat the Saints in the fourth quarter. I don't know why we let that happen. But anyways. But that being said, though, somewhere mid-season, he found his stride and was arguably a top 5 quarterback from about week 10 all the way to the playoffs. Even in the loss against San Francisco, he played very well. Mind you, the Niners, if not the best defense, one of the best defenses. So you really felt good about Jordan Love's development as time went by. So my question is, though, it is year 2 as the starting quarterback. This isn't year 2 for him. This is year 4, I believe, for Jordan Love. But year 2 as a starting
Yeah, I think
quarterback.
it's year. Yeah, I think that was his last year on his rookie contract. This is his first year,
Okay.
technically off it, and it's technically a contract year for him. This is his
Mm.
last year signed to the Packers.
Oh,
He's
here comes the money.
yeah,
Well,
he's getting
this is
10
it.
million
So
this year.
obviously he's playing for a lot of grande, a grande dinero, right? So
Yeah.
are defenses ready for Jordan Love, or will he continue with his last season success? That's my question, because we've seen times where guys can go off and then, okay, we got some tape on you now of you doing good things. Can we stop that? How do you feel about Jordan Love's success in the future, starting this year? Does he continue it?
I think he's going to continue it. I don't think it's going to be as quick or as harsh as some people say. I've seen people online call him the next a top 3 QB, which is, I think, a bit ridiculous, a bit biased. I think he can be in that top 10 range.
Yeah.
I think it will. He might struggle because obviously he lost. No, they kept AJ Dillon. Aaron Jones, was that who they lost?
Yes, Aaron Jones. Yep. They got
Aaron
Josh
Jones.
Jacobs.
I know they got Josh Jacobs, but I honestly think that might be a bit of a downgrade, personally.
That's how I feel too.
Yeah, that's good. We really do share the same brain. So I think it will be progress. I think he is going to get a nice contract out of this, but I don't think you can call him a top 3, top 5. He'll progress to top 10, maybe top 5, but even then, it's so dense up there now. But hey, he found it together. Did he find it together because Green Bay did very well, or did the Cowboys capture? Sorry, puppy, but no, like they did go into. That was a good game. They did go into AT&T Stadium and kick their butt. So it's going to be interesting. Because has Green Bay really found another Hall of Fame quarterback? 3 in a row. And history repeats itself.
Mind-boggling, and if Jordan Love was the real deal, which a spoiler alert for this topic, he's gonna be the real deal in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think that the way to go that Green Bay's done it, just like Atlanta just did it, by getting Penix Jr. early and sitting him for a couple of years. That's the way to go. I've always said it. Throwing these guys in there so early, it's just tearing them up. Now, for every C.J. Stroud, you're going to get 10 other guys that just can't cut it, So,
yeah.
Don't let Stroud's success fool you. It doesn't happen like that often at all. All right? Jordan Love comes in, he waited his years, and there was a bit of a learning curve the first 8 games of the year. But, boy, here's why I have no doubt he will continue last year's success into this year. Is because he struggled, and then you knew somewhere, somehow it clicked. And mind you, TJ, look at his receiving core.
True.
Right now, without looking, can you name a single receiver on Green Bay?
Christian Watson.
Christian
Watson. Musgrave.
Tight
end. Yeah, technically he's a tight end. Oh, the other guy. It's not Dobbs. Dobbs.
I can't think of it. Dobbs, yeah.
Dobbs,
yeah. Dobbs, yeah. All right, so but my thing is, you had to think about it. You had to really, really think. And we just had a full year with those guys, seen those guys,
True.
And folks will still not know who his receiving core is. I thought you wouldn't get Watson so easily. I forgot Watson was there a couple years ago too, Aaron Rodgers. So my bad. But yeah, the thing is, he's doing this with like no-name receivers, and even they struggled the first 8-9 games of the year, and they all clicked together, and they're so young. The youngest team in the NFL.
I don't think they have
as far as like their offense. That's
any over 25 as a wide receiver.
I don't think no one's over like 25 years old, like the core unit. No, like so these guys doing it this young and to do it well, and you could tell there was a switch, there was a light switch, there was a bing moment for this entire offense, but it starts with your quarterback in Jordan Love. And he found that. And he kept that success going in to a really good defense in Dallas that played very well at home. And he ate them up. 45 points, something like that. Come on. I was eating them like crazy. They have got their quarterback. I think he is going to be, when it's all said and done this year, a top 5 quarterback. I know that's putting a lot on him. Now, you're right, though. Jones was a big, special part of that team's success towards the end of the year, especially in the playoffs. With him being gone, and now he went to the Vikings, right? Did Aaron Jones go to the Vikings?
Yeah.
So,
that's got to be a stab in the back.
So he's got something to say about that. Card Craze says, I think Jackson Smith and Jigba is going to have a ball-out year. JSN for, is that Seattle, right? That's Seattle's wide receiver? Yeah. So I can see that, though. That's a nice pick. That's a nice pick. And Dark says, honestly, just looked at the Packers' schedule. I do believe he will struggle. The team at their schedule have honestly improved on defenses, but he will be good, hopefully. We'll find out, man. That's why we play the games, you guys.
It's the first couple's going to be interesting. Obviously, you got Philly, Colts, Tennessee. They could be dubs straight away, as well as Minnesota. That could be dubs. So you could literally go out the gate and have 4 W's straight away. Like they could easily be W's. So it gets a bit hard about week 12. San Francisco, Miami, Detroit, Seattle, maybe New Orleans. But it's quite a manageable schedule for the Packers.
Oh yeah, man, they should be all right. Just don't beat my Saints this year, please. We can't fumble that. God dog.
It's before Christmas.
Can't believe they didn't keep Aaron Jones. I think teams will figure Jordan Love. I think he'll have about the same success. Okay, she says, hey, he'll be about the same. So she's saying not a breakout year, but still good enough to maybe the playoffs, which is still fine. But I think he'll be better for a longer stretch this year than last year.
Yeah.
Tuck says, don't even get me started with the godforsaken game. Packers and the Cowboys, huh? He said, I would much rather watch the Eagles buck in this game and forget that ever happened, man.
You don't want to watch that. At least your game was entertaining. The Eagles Buccaneers game was boring.
That Eagles game was kind of
Yeah, that wasn't fun.
Yeah, but at least y'all made the playoffs, though. Damn it, I can't talk for nothing. He said a wasted opportunity from Dallas, man. I feel you, bro. I feel you, man. So Jordan Love, very interesting to see him this year. One of those. Hey, if he's on his A game, all right, here we go. One of those feelings, bro. So very excited to see him. So let's get out of that. And where am I at now? Where are we at now? Hold on.
I think that's everything.
I think that's everything. All right, well. All right, y'all stay right here. We got a little TJ's Eagles talk right after this message. All right. TJ, the floor is yours, my good friend. How about those Eagles? What's going on in Philadelphia Nation?
Well, it's quite quiet, obviously, because the summer holidays. But there's a couple of things. Obviously, the images have reported, or videos, of Jalen Hurts working out with Saquon, not Claire Campbell, sorry. He's a defensive line. That would be interesting. I've completely forgotten our wide receiver and our rookie running back. So it shows that he's definitely trying in that situation of learning. Obviously, he's still got the rumor of how damaged the relationship is between Nick Sirianni, but they're looking for anything at the moment. And apparently there was news that came out today that back in 2012, the Eagles tried to trade up and get Andrew Luck, which would be very interesting. They were trying to persuade the Colts to bring back Peyton, and if they were going to trade up and take Andrew Luck. But I think the whole suck for Luck really deflated that trade rumors. I'm desperate to work out who. Paris Campbell. That's it. He was working out with Paris Campbell, the wide receiver, and a rookie. Yeah. As well as our rookie running back and rookie wide receiver, Johnny Wilson. So they're desperately trying to prove that last year was just a fluke and not something that should be repeated. But hey-ho, we've just got to wait and for training camp to see what it is, because all of mandatory minicamp and OTAs, the defense won. Maybe because we finally have quarterbacks who are not going to get burnt over, but something needs to give. Like, is it just because our offense sucks and that's why the corners were that good, or was it because the defense has finally caught up and we have just a decent coordinator and not Matt Patricia? But yeah, I think that's it for now. Obviously, Kelsey's in London supporting Taylor Swift. He surprised a fan today. He was walking. They had an Eagles fan in the Kelly Green Kelsey jersey, and he just sort of walked up, tapped his finger, and made that fan's day, which is nice. But yeah, a lot of that news is just focusing on Kelsey in London, with Kylie, with Ed, and obviously Travis and Taylor Swift. So yeah, I think that's it for now.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that was TJ's Eagles Talk.
My Eagles fly on the road to victory.
All right, y'all. This is our What the Fudge Cake moment now. TJ, do you have yours?
I have one. And it was sort of last week. I forgot about it. I just remembered it. But what's yours? I've been going first a lot of the time. What is yours?
Yo, I don't know the kid's name. It doesn't really matter because I guess he wasn't that big of a deal for the Jets anyway. Jets cornerback got kicked off the team smoking marijuana. He got caught with the Mary Jane. But that's not my gripe. My thing is in the year 2024, where the same team, Aaron Rodgers and the cornerback, what's his name? The Jets cornerback. Who?
Sauce Gardner.
Yeah, Sauce Gardner. When their little handshake is them smoking the weed, you know, it's one of the boo and right. The same team, obviously the kid was, I guess, someone that wasn't drafted, was only as a free agent. Anyways, he got let go because he was smoking marijuana. But my question is, in 2024, why is that still a big deal, right? Where the NBA, they have just basically said you can smoke marijuana. We don't even care, right? Because you got guys, hell, I don't know if you know about the whole rap beef going on between Kendrick Lamar and Drake. I don't know if you know about that, TJ. But anyways, at Kendrick Lamar's concert, Kawhi Leonard, star for the Clippers, was caught smoking weed at the concert. Kevin Durant has come up there millions of times and says, hey, I smoke weed before the game. Everyone now has smoked weed before the game. Even NFL guys have said, yep, we smoke weed. Why is it still a big deal in 2024? Like, what the fudge cake? Or why are we still worried about smoking marijuana as professional athletes? I can see if you're doing something very important in society, like building stuff, like creating things, like actually walking on, I don't know, beams 35 feet in the air. That's where, like, hey, don't smoke marijuana. But playing a sport that you play as a kid, and I mean, when marijuana has been known now, and for those who are wondering, I do not smoke weed. I don't. I never have. I never will, honestly. I just don't see myself doing it. But I'm just saying, as what I'm hearing around ear to ear, person to person, everyone's saying that marijuana has done well when it comes down to medical work. It makes me feel good. It takes my pain away when I'm hurting.
Mm-hmm.
So, as far as like, yes, marijuana bad when you're in the outside world, the real world, but in the sport world, I don't get why it's such a huge deal.
No, that's fair. I know, obviously, people lost their mind when, Snoop Dogg performed at the halftime show. They caught him having a smoke before his show, and people were like, it's Snoop Dogg. What are you expecting?
It's Snoop.
And I know recently, the last CBA loosened the rules on regulations on weed. Obviously, it was constant, wasn't it? If you caught with it, it was suspension and all that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So they loosened it, and I reckon the next CBA, it's still there. They still test it, I think, at the beginning of the season.
Okay.
I think they're going to go, we'll allow you to have another game, but you've got to just get rid of all of the weed. Like, I don't smoke it myself. I have no idea, but I imagine they'll be like, we'll let you have another game, but you can't, like, this whole weed thing needs to sort of go, especially if it's done to help heal.
She said, I think image for the organization, or maybe they choose and pick who they allow to stay in the league. I agree with that. I agree with that. Says, I agree with all your points. Yeah, I agree. It's almost like, okay, if this was Aaron Rodgers smoking weed, hey, buddy, don't do it in public. But it's a no-name guy. Kick him out, So that's
I get it. It's also the gambling as well. Like, Aaron Rodgers was immediately released from the Colts. And yeah, I know he got suspended indefinitely and obviously all that, but I know there are definitely players who have done and got called out for doing a lot worse that haven't been immediately released. So it's going to be interesting. I think the NFL and the NFLPA needs to work something out, because you're spot on. It's such a harsh punishment which in modern society, especially in the US, in the UK, it's still technically illegal, but if the police really cared, they can go down certain roads and be like, okay, that house. But in the US, states are legalizing it. I know Louisiana hasn't technically.
Only in New Orleans. In New Orleans, they don't care. But everywhere else,
yeah, New Orleans.
You know about that, TJ.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do indeed. But no, I understand it. It is a bit dumb. It's quite an old-fashioned view.
Gigi, I agree with you. Like, honestly, she's basically saying, hey, like, as long as you're a big dog, you can do kind of whatever you want. The NBA is saying, you know what? We're tired of fighting these guys. Y'all go ahead and smoke. Go ahead. We don't care. They haven't really changed the rule or come down heavy on the rule, but they're also saying, you know what? Hands are tied. Do what you guys want to do. Doesn't matter to us. So I think that's where it went down, that road.
There ain't no laws in New Orleans. It's just a free-for-all.
Yeah,
Infinity
like everywhere else in New Orleans, yeah. But in everywhere else in Louisiana, but in New Orleans though, boy, yeah, they don't care. and honestly, for the most part in Louisiana, I've never seen unless you were stopped like in a traffic incident and you had weed on you. That's the only time I see people getting like in trouble for weed these days. There's guys on my streets literally every single day smoking weed, walking up and down by the corner store, hanging out, smoking weed, and no one bats an eye. But if you get stopped in your vehicle, that's when we draw the line right there. You're driving now and smoking.
I get you. No, I used to work at window 1 at McDonald's, and on a Saturday night or Friday night, when I open that window, it's okay, yeah. No wonder you're here. Oh, yeah, okay, no, just pass on.
Boom. Ooh, Lord.
Boom. Mine, it was from last week. It was the misspelling on the Super Bowl rings.
Yes.
What you get paid, like, it is, they shipped out like $3.2 million on these rings. and there was an error on the engraving saying the Dolphins were a 7th seed when they're actually a 6th seed. Like, come on. I know you've technically had 3 of them in the last 5 years, and it's that's there's the 3rd ring. We'll get another one later down the line, but come on.
Like
You got
the
to put a
guy
bit
doing
more
it was
attention
probably
on
like,
it.
there's no way we're the Chiefs. We weren't the number 2. We weren't the number 3 seed. Hell no. We weren't competition, right? We were number 2, right? So we're number 2. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're number 2. Oh.
But yeah, that's that. It's like they're so expensive. All the detail, like they talk about all the details that's gone on here. You can lift it up. You can do all this, and yeah, misspelling on the back, which is just come on. They I think this is the first ring that I've looked at and I've gone, oh, I don't like it. Like they've started to look more like the Patriots, like rings, the massive big oval and all that. So, yeah.
Well, when you win and you keep winning, just like the Patriots were winning and they kept winning, the rings get fatter and fatter.
Yeah, it's true.
The rings get real fat, man. So I with you. Dark says the Dolphins play like a 7th seed for real. That's probably what happened. They play like a 7th seed. It's a good one.
Yeah.
So they played like a 7th seed. Yeah. And that was a crazy error, right? Because you're supposed to be a professional. Whoever this is, the guy making a ring is probably not a football fanatic. I get that. But you still had to get your info from somebody. Wouldn't it be from someone with great credibility? Who was that person? I want to know that person because honestly,
it was a Google search.
Go ahead.
It was a Google search. Like, just double check.
Google search, yes. And then, hey, this guy is something, I don't know, but maybe he just was entrusted in the person that he was dealing with. But my thing is, maybe the guy was, I don't know, drunk, high, didn't care. Yeah, the 7th seed Miami Dolphins. Oh, okay, sir. I don't know. That was kind of weird for me, though.
Interesting.
As I'm watching the freaking Mets just smash home runs all over the Yankees. God, that's forward in the inning. I'm sorry. Jesus.
So interesting news just dropped. So the rumor was that we were going to get, the Jaguars are playing in the UK twice again. They're playing a home game, then an away game. The rumor was that next year it's going to be a home game, an away game, and another home game. So 3 games in a row in the UK. So people are like, oh, this is their transition to fully come over and be a UK team. Well, just announced that Jacksonville and the Jaguars have reached an agreement on its groundbreaking new stadium deal set to transform downtown and surrounding areas. So they are getting a brand new stadium in Jacksonville. So they are definitely not coming to the UK anytime soon, permanently.
No, they're not. No, they're not. As far as now, I do like the idea because the Jaguars are basically UK's team. And just keep that real. And now they're actually a fun team to watch. So that's really good now. Because back in the day, they were thrown out there because they were a garbage team and they got more money. They got more money going to the UK than a home game because they were bad.
They tried to buy Wembley Stadium.
Yeah, so that's why they didn't give a damn about that. Now, as far as 3 games in a row, I like it. Now, as far as the players go, they might not like it, But as far as the organization is, I like that. To have 3 straight weeks in there is basically your transition. Because at least one team's out there all 3 weeks, and then you have just one team with the opponent come out there on a week-by-week basis. I like that. That's fine. But, that's trying out the every single week having an international game. It's going to be like that pretty soon.
Or for a potential expansion team. I know we've got until 2050.
I forgot about that already. Yeah. Because we'll be old and super fat.
Super fat. I'll reach you there.
I want a quick question. We've got our closing messages now. So if you guys have any questions, now is your time to ask them, and we'll answer any questions that you guys have. So let us know right now. But have you or do you have any desire of playing NCAA 25 when it comes out?
Most probably, I think I'll. I think I will give it a go. I haven't picked up a Madden since Madden 20 because it was the same game,
Yeah.
and I like the new look of NCAA 25. So I might pick it up, or I might let the price drop a bit because obviously they are really look at our new horse. You know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
trying, and so I might wait for that to drop a bit. But I'm going to get it and see how it is, and hopefully it brings Madden up in the process. So what about yourself?
Oh, I did say if there was one game to get me back on to playing,
Ooh.
PlayStation again. It's that one. It's that one. So, my only issue is that I cannot transfer my players to Madden. I like doing that. So from my '05 to 14, my preference was college over Madden any day,
Mm-hmm.
any second because the game just played better. Obviously, Madden is kind of the same game every single year as far as college. The roster's wider, the plays are deeper, and the fluidity was better as well in college. And you saw it, even the quick commercial we had, and even some of the gameplay we've seen. It looks 10 times better than Madden already. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
very excited about possibly picking that up. Now I will be having a giveaway for that.
Ooh.
We're gonna have a giveaway for NCAA. It comes out on July 19th. So somewhere in that week, I will announce a winner and then see whether he or she has an Xbox or a PS5, and we'll go ahead
Which
from there. So yeah,
uh,
I'm super excited for it though.
if you get into gaming again, especially NCAA, and there's not any interesting games on, would you consider a bit of a stream?
I thought about it. I mean, yes. If I can, yeah, that's a good thing for me because I love to play college football. That was my highlight of my youth, highlight
Mm-hmm.
of my couple years after my youth. I love playing that game, and it was spectacular. So yes, I would
Yeah.
definitely think hard about streaming that because I taught myself about a couple weeks ago, and I was like, man, I might want to play, a little something,
Nice.
something to get me back in the swing of things, right, and just put it online. So,
Fair. I'll start looking into how that works. But I've also got a question for you. But I think first we've got a couple of questions in the chat.
all right.
So let's have a look. So Infinity, which quarterbacks from this year's draft class do you think are most likely a bust?
Most likely a bust. That's a good question. You know what? And I'm gonna think about the system who they're playing with. Right now, I'm gonna go with JJ McCarthy. Only because I just have not seen enough of him throwing the football. Honestly, right? His 4 year, whatever, 3 years or 4 years with Michigan, it was a run heavy first system. And even, I mean, this year was different because they won it all. But I've seen in past years where when it was time to rely on McCarthy, he came up short a lot, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And now I don't know how that talent got him to all that talk just because they won the national championship got him to now be this first round quarterback and this guy that just so marvelous and he oozes potential. Like I don't know. So if I would go with a bust, and I hate to do that because I don't like putting the term bust on anybody until it actually happens. But yeah, if I had to go to bust right now, McCarthy in the first round.
Yeah, I completely agree. Don't want to obviously say bust, but I've been saying before the draft and during the draft, he's reminded me of a Mac Jones. He's just reminded me of a bit of Mac Jones, someone who was on a NCAA championship team but wasn't asked to do a lot, hasn't obviously thrown the ball, and I just got that feeling, and which sucks because I hope he does succeed. You don't want to any of these to bust, but I completely agree. I think JJ McCaffrey might be Mac Jones, and might unfortunately could be a backup before his rookie deal is out. So yeah.
We got
What else we got?
Gigi Katai says, where do y'all see the Texans finishing this upcoming season? Also, outcome of Stephon, will it help, or no change in production? You want to go first, TJ?
I think they're going to win the division. I think win a wild card. I can see them going out again in the divisional round. And honestly, I think Stephon might hurt the situation. I feel maybe no change, but obviously we know he's a bit of a diva, and he's diva'd himself out of the Vikings and the Bills. Which that's not me putting that as pretty, like he actively on social media wanted out. I think he will help to start, but if he doesn't get his targets because their wide receiver room is plentiful and they've got a lot of upcoming receivers who already have that year under their belt with CJ Stroud, and I don't know if him not getting his targets for the production he wants and the money he wants, because I don't know if they've given him a new contract. I feel like he might be a problem in that locker room because just simply from his past experience, actions. So that's what I'm going to go with. What about you?
I like Texans winning the division as well, and I like them winning it easily. Stroud, I have no doubt. Stroud's by the time he might be top 5 or top 3 quarterback by the end of this year. Dude is that good, and like he oozed potential so like from day one, and I was like, okay. And even hearing like him and Micah Parsons, they have like the show together. They go like, do different things together. But one episode, they were really breaking down X's and O's. And when I say Stroud was on the money with the way he talks, with the way he knows what he's talking about from a quarterback aspect and the confidence he was saying these kind of things. As a rookie, we saw the numbers and he tore it up, man. And not with the biggest of names of receivers. You got Tank Dell and you got your guy Nico Collins, right? Who he turned. When a quarterback can turn a guy who's been in the year 3 years or longer, and he turned Collins to a household name, that means you're a good quarterback. He literally made Nico Collins a potential, first of all, some money, but a potential all-pro type of receiver, right? And that's only because your quarterback is that damn good. So I have no doubt in my mind, Texans, double-digit wins, Texans, playoffs, and maybe even an AFC championship appearance. Who knows? Now, I have no doubt about playoffs at all. As far as Stephon Diggs goes, here's what I'm going to tell you, TJ. It's more of a cultural thing, right?
Yeah.
Here's why he's going to be fine in Houston. It's more. It comes down to more of the culture of who his quarterback is. He's played with Kirk Cousins. He's played with Josh Allen. Two guys, they have nothing in common. Let's just keep it real, right? Two white guys, they're kind of, hey, attaboy, let's go. Yeah. And Stephon Diggs is kind of hard on his sleeves, right? Well, when you have another brother, another black dude telling you in his own terms that you can correlate with, yo, chill out. Yo, we don't need that right now. Stop. Josh Allen gonna say, hey, buddy. Hey, we're good, man. We're good. No, that kind of talk. Whereas Stroud is like, bruh, chill out. You know what it is. We good. Don't even worry about that. We good. It's just the communication, right? From one fellow black guy to the black guy. So that right there is your biggest difference when it comes down to, and here's the other thing. We seen Stroud succeed without you.
True.
You can't come in there crying and bitching. You ain't getting the ball. Let's be real. You can't go in there because, dude, we went to the playoffs without you, my dude. Like, I went there with Nico Collins and Tank Dell for half a year. So that's the difference. I think the culture between the quarterbacks with Stroud being an African American quarterback who knows the lingo, who knows how to talk to him, that's gonna probably stop him from spazzing out. Now, as far as Kirk Cousins and Josh Allen go, they're more your attaboy, typical white quarterback that makes sense, and to where Stephon felt like he can act out because he knew they wouldn't say nothing to a certain degree to him. Where Stroud probably, hey, cut that shit out. You're not gonna have that. He might say that to him, and I'm just saying. So that's the difference in the cultural aspect, and of course, we've done this without you already. You are here to help us get to the playoffs and beyond. That's why we got you. We didn't get you to have a 1,600-yard receiving year and 20 touchdowns and 150 catches. We didn't know. We don't want you for that. We want you because you're a great wide receiver and you can help us in the playoffs. So
no, okay.
That's why I feel like he's gonna be okay in Houston. And head coach. D'Amico Ryans. Another African American brother who speaks that same lingo. Hey, shut your ass up, man. He's a defensive coach.
Yeah,
Sean McDermott wasn't doing all that. He wouldn't have said that. He said, hey, calm down. We're good. Calm down. No. D'Amico Ryans, shut your ass up. Let's go out there and play. The different demeanor, the culture is a little different. So I feel like Stephon won't act up as much because they're not going to play that type of games out there, and guys will talk to him differently. So, and he feel like I can't really get away with acting out because these brothers ain't going to have that. So that's how I feel.
Fair enough. Hey, who knows? Most probably you are right, because he, even though he's got this name, he might not be the number one target, and he can't act out. It's not. They don't rely on him, if you know what I mean.
And Phoenix says, and just to think he wasn't drafted first because of a test. Facts was the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life. What the heck does adding and subtracting got to do with playing football? If Johnny had 27 apples, what they got to do with football? So yeah, but I did not. I'm gonna be the first one to say I did not see that year from Stroud at all. I was completely wrong. I thought he'd have a mediocre year, not as bad as Bryce Young, obviously, but I thought he'd have he's okay. They'll go 6-11, whatever. Mm-hmm. Better luck next year. No, he balled the freak out. He did, man. And I did say, though, he was the best quarterback in the draft. I did say that. And I said, if I'm Panthers, I'm getting Stroud. If I had to go quarterback, which I was like, hell no, I'm skipping over everybody. I'm taking my luck next year, right? But they chose, think about it. Think about it, man. You could have had Caleb Williams or Jayden Daniels this year besides Bryce Young. Bryce Young just never... I didn't see it in him at all. I'm sorry. I was really like, nah. I don't. And honest, I don't think he was a third round pick. I'm just being real. He played on a really good Alabama squad, and Bama's always good, and they got the best everything, which makes you look good. And I'm like, I don't even think he was should have been a third round pick. But I also felt the same with Mac Jones. I was like, Mac Jones should be like a fifth round pick.
No, I get it.
I'm like, dude should be fifth or sixth. I thought like Bryce Young should be like a fourth round pick. I was like, first overall. What y'all smoking on, man? If James throws 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions, what is his touchdown to interception ratio? 30 for 30?
Yes, 1-to-1.
1-to-1.
Technically, it's a 1-to-1.
Yeah, 1-to-1. There you go. Those kind of questions. I got it wrong. I said 30-30. It's 1-1. You're right, but I got it wrong.
Technically, it's 1-to-1.
Yeah. Oh well, that means you can play quarterback and I can't play quarterback, right? So, come on,
I'll be the Tom Brady quarterback.
Yo,
no one can touch me. Don't touch me.
Fabulous says, I'm late. Hey, Carlos, PJ, and TJ. I'll watch the missed parts later.
Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate you coming in.
We got another question here, which was Dark Striker. Which team going into the season would you consider overrated? I think the most overrated as of now are the Bears or Jets.
Ooh, you overrated Bears? I ain't have them high like that. I mean, they got Caleb Williams, but I ain't have them high like that. But you saying Bears or Jets? Oh, is he saying?
He says Bears or Jets. He says.
Oh, where did I miss that at then? Where's that question at? Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, Dark. I wouldn't consider the Bears. But maybe Jets. So you can go to the Jets. That's a good question though. Overrated.
So SBN, this is their current power rankings. They've got the Bears power ranking at 16, and the Jets power ranking at 17. This is their current top 10. So number 1 is Kansas City, obviously. Then it goes Niners, Ravens, Lions, Eagles, Texans, Dolphins, Bills, Bengals, and Green Bay. So that's the top 10.
Right now, I mean, if I'm going with an overrated team, and I've been on this bandwagon for a while now, when I say a while, last year and now this year, Buffalo Bills.
I agree.
Buffalo Bills, overrated. Just their window was there, and then it's gone, and I don't think it's there anymore. I think it's done. But then again, they could go to the philosophy, a little kiss, keep it stupid simple, get rid of some of that diva-ish stuff, and maybe go back to the running game. They could be more running game style this year, who knows? But as far as like what people's expectations are and what the reality might be, I think Bills are overrated.
No, I completely agree. According to this, they even dropped 5 spaces from last year, and their most improved aspect of the team is youth. Apparently, that is it. Obviously, they got rid of their quite older players, Stephon Diggs. Obviously, got rid of Jordan Poyer, most of their defense. For them to still be in the top 8 over something like Cincinnati, even the Browns and Cowboys, like, I don't see it. Just because they've got Josh Allen and their tight end, which was Kincaid, showed he's got something. But like without Diggs or that number 1 wide receiver, like they're just going to double Kincaid, and I just don't think they've got. I don't think they're going to do well this year, and it might lead to their coach being fired. Even though I think he just signed an extension, which is weird. But I completely agree with everything you said. I think the window was about 2-3 years ago. The 12-second year. When they couldn't. That was it. That was their peak.
Should have played defense for 13 seconds and you've been on to the
13 seconds. Yeah. I've got a question for you. If you allow me to entertain me. What is the situation with Caitlin Clark? Because I know you've mentioned it a bit. You've had a couple shorts, which is watch his shorts. They're very good. Shout out and promotion. But obviously, I don't get WNBA over here, so I don't understand the drama. I've seen a couple videos about every time someone tries to take the ball from her, they just rugby tackle her to the ground. So, I haven't got the full story.
I'm gonna try and sum it up in like 2 minutes. So, obviously, Caitlin Clark, the big star from college basketball, she's brought a crazy amount of extra eyes now to the WNBA, to where they've gotten every time she goes out there, packed house, no matter where she's at, home, road, it doesn't matter. Matter of fact, a lot of teams have their own WNBA arena. They got to move to the men's arena.
Oh, wow.
Because the extra 6,000 tickets. So like Atlanta Dream, just a couple days ago, Atlanta Dream had their own small venue that holds about 11,000. They went to the Atlanta Hawks arena that holds about 17,000 because it was a packed house, right? So she brings the extra eyes. Now, with that being said, there's a lot of haters among them. One, you have these star players already in the WNBA that feel like, hey, y'all should have been watching us, and a lot of them are grateful for the extra eyes, but are also like sort of jealous, envious of Caitlin Clark a little bit. The Diana Taurasi's made a big deal about Caitlin Clark coming to the WNBA and saying, hey, you know, whatever, y'all should be watching us regardless, right? Instead of saying we appreciate what she brings for the game as far as the extra attention that we have now. So everything went up from fan attendance to revenue to now they're no longer riding like coach. They're now riding like first class in airplanes, stuff like that, because money has but it's from the Caitlin Clark effect. Like revenue has gone up like I don't know, like 300% It's crazy.
It's like, put this in example. It's like who would be a player? For example, it's like if no one knew really watched the NFL until say Peyton Manning entered the league, and then everyone got angry at Peyton Manning because he improved everything.
Well, it's almost like if the league kind of sucked and no one watched the league, per se, right? No, I'm just being real. Like if the league sucked and no one watched it, and then here comes Peyton Manning in college tearing it up, and they're so geeked up for him, and he goes to the NFL and he brings that extra eyes over there, and now all of a sudden everyone's in tune to it. There'll be some people say, "Hey, our league has always been good. You guys should have been watching us." Oh, because this guy comes in there now you want to show us love, It's one of those incidents, but it's not Caitlin Clark's fault. She does have a kind of a cult following, but you got to also add on the Angel Reese effect. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark will forever be linked together because of the drama they had in college, which was the spark. And it's almost like Larry Bird versus Magic Johnson, black and white, right? You have now it's dealing with the internet. So now you got Angel Reese internet crazy people, and you have Caitlin Clark internet crazy people, and they're all racist. There's black racism towards white people, there's white racism towards black people. So, it's bad. If you go online to anything dealing with those girls, it is bad, right? There's good and there's a lot of bad too. And it's like, come on, y'all. Don't. So anyways, that right there is a talk within itself. And now they've already went head-to-head 3 times this year already. Caitlin Clark has won 2. Angel Reese just won the one a couple days ago. So major talk around ESPN now. They're major news now. Fox Sports Television's talking about Caitlin Clark and what she's bringing. And of course, and she got snubbed for the Olympics, which is also a big deal because they said our goal is to win. It's not about getting the most popular player. Here's my thing, right? The reason why you're here as a popularity thing already because of Caitlin Clark, I was mad about that. But on top of that, U.S. women have won 7 straight gold medals. Ain't no way with or without Caitlin Clark, they're going to win regardless and blow the competition out. So why not have Caitlin Clark? And the thing is, who's the next Giannis for the women's, right? Who's the next Nikola Jokic? The next Luka Doncic for the women's, right? Because the reason why that the game is so global now is because in 1992, Michael Jordan and the Olympic team, they went out there and started busting everybody's heads, but everyone was so in awe of Michael Jordan. Now, Caitlin Clark isn't Michael Jordan, but she brings the same attention that Jordan brought. If the name of the game is to bring awareness to the game and to make it, globally known like you wanted to, that was a dumb move by not having Caitlin Clark on the Olympic team. Now, I get it. She's not the best 12 in the world. I understand that. But sometimes sacrifice has to happen in order for your league. So one of those girls would not have the opportunity. Oh, boo-hoo. Let Caitlin Clark take that spot, get those extra eyes, that extra attention, that much needed attention to the league. And they said, nope. We want the 12 best. These women are, and it was the players that said we didn't want her, which is dumb. The veteran players. There was no one under the age of 27 on that roster.
What?
Right? They're going to win regardless, with or without her. So why not have it both ways. Why not kill two birds with one stone?
Especially since the Olympics is going to be in the US.
And it's global. Everyone's going
It's
to watch
going to
it.
be everyone's going to watch it.
But
obviously,
now
really...
she's not playing. No one's going to watch it.
They're most probably, unfortunately.
And that's where they fumbled the bag at. So there's been a lot of talk with Caitlin Clark.
Going back to the Olympics thing, obviously, if she's not the best 12, how far off the best 12 would you say she is? Because obviously, I know she's a rookie.
She's like 20, 19, 18.
Oh. So she's getting up there for a rookie. She's already...
She's a rookie. It's her first year. It tells you how good she is. I mean, she just had a 17.13 assist game a couple days ago.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like she's getting better. She's getting better. So that's the whole entire thing about that. Real Fan Sports says, I love the bluntness, and there is a lot of truth to it. It is what it is. It's just like, yo, do you want to be relative? Because now, in 10 years, when you're still begging NBA players to come to your games, when you're still begging celebrities to come to your game, when you're still begging or crying, we don't get enough attention, no one watches us, you know, that you realize, boy, leaving that girl off the Olympic teams, that's a bad start, and that was probably your downfall to why you're still not relative in 10 years, you know?
I get it. I know every time a player in the normal NBA gets paid, there's always comparison like, oh, his half-year salary is the entire salary of every WNBA player, which isn't right. Like, you want it to be fair and all that, but obviously, if there's no money, if there's no income in the WNBA equal to that, they're not going to get paid. It's like the UFL playing their, I don't know, McKinnon, is that the best QB? Like Trevor Lawrence's money, like there's going to be a disparity, which sucks. And I don't get the jealousy. Obviously, I'm not a WNBA player, but it does seem dumb.
It is flat out stupid in my opinion. Mind you, for the 1992, the Dream Team, remember that Dream Team, right? Guess who was not on there? Well, guess who was on there? Christian Laettner, who was a two-time champion, but he was the great white hope for Duke, right? And he was a very popular person. Was he the best? Hell no, not by a long shot. Guess who he replaced? Shaquille O'Neal. 1992. There's going to be, but they knew it. We got Michael Jordan there, and we got Christian Laettner, who's beloved. No, he was not good at all. He was not better than anyone on that roster at all. Matter of fact, he was probably out of the league. He was probably in the 50s as like good players, maybe 60s or 70s, right? These are men though we're talking about. So he took over Shaq. Shaq was a top 12 player, but there were sacrifices had to be made. So you mean to tell me Chelsea Gray can't come out for one Olympic and have Caitlin Clark in there to boom, put my eyes in there? Because the reason why Luka, Giannis, and Nikola Jokic are the faces of the league because their people watched that 1992 Olympic game and were in awe, and all they could talk about was the great Michael Jordan, right? Mm-hmm. That awesome team. I want to be just like that. So now guys went out there and started playing. Started dribbling the basketball, right? Because of people watching that. So you want the same inspiration, right? Come on, man. That was only right to do that. You know? Okay. It was only right to put Clark on the team regardless for sacrifice. But the old heads, the Deanna Taurasi's, the Asia Wilsons, they didn't want her there because they're just, honestly, they're just jealous of the attention that she's getting. But they should be grateful. Still, hey, beat her ass in the game. When you play against her, beat her ass. That's all I'm saying. All right, you mad at her? Whoop her ass in the game. But as far as like the league itself, why not show love? You know? And so now girls are like fouling her extra hard and, you know, because of the jealousy when they should be appreciative of her bringing the much needed attention to the game. So I did say 2 minutes. It turned into 10 minutes. I apologize.
No, it's fair. I understand what you're saying. And Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it, especially if a league like it has such like even over here, the women's soccer, as you call it, soccer doesn't get as much love as the men's soccer. It has had a couple of boosts recently. The women's England team won the Euros, which got it a lot of boost, and I know Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney put a lot of emphasis on the females team who play in Wrexham. So it's starting to get a bit of love, but it's still, it's the salaries still aren't there, and the just the views aren't there, which sucks. It really sucks because when the girls won the Euros, it was loved and talked about, and they played incredibly well. And hopefully, there is going to be an emphasis on women's sports going to the future. And I feel like there has been that shift lately. Obviously, players like Caitlin Clark and like the teams winning championships will help, but in general, I feel like there is that light being shined on women's sports, which it should. But it doesn't make sense. If she enters your league and is guaranteed to get you a bit more money, why would you be upset with her? That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
They don't understand. They don't. And the sad part is Caitlin Clark's, like, her as a person, she hasn't said anything wrong or negative at all. It's just the media has made it a bigger deal. Obviously, that's what they do. The media made it a bigger deal. The social media made it a crazy deal. They made it black versus white. You know, it's just all kind of stuff, man. So, you know. But through it all, man, she's having a fantastic year. Angel Reese also having a fantastic year. They're both rookies. They're both the ones coming in there and you know, showing love and, you know, taking the world by storm. So
fair enough. Well, thank you very much for explaining that, because now I get context of every meme or ridiculous video I see come across the YouTube.
Yes, sir. All right. This is Caitlin Clark in women's basketball is like if an American soccer player was insanely good, so then a bunch of people started watching and watching MLS.
The MLS.
That player. Yeah. So I mean, that's how. Yeah, that's basically a good one. Fun Rama says, are they really fouling her that hard? Is it normal and being over exaggerated? No, that's normal. The WNBA is a rough sport, and I like that because they let them get away with more. Like, the NBA is very ticky-tack. NBA, they call fouls and everything. The WNBA, they do not. They let the girls play, you know, and I like that. I respect that. So those hard fouls are actually common. They're very common. But when it's hard fouls on purpose on a certain person, that's when it kind of gets, okay, hold on, all right. So, yeah. But, yeah, man, that's it, though. Thank y'all for showing love. As far as Gigi said, did Taylor Swift get a ring? I'm pretty sure she got a ring-like-ish kind of thing. So I'm pretty sure she got a ring.
Did you see people are losing their mind because I think during like a costume change, they needed like someone to block her, and it was Travis like carrying her to a seat. And people are like, I know she's light as anything, and he's a professional athlete, but oh my God, it's so good. I'm just sort of like, okay, people do put a lot of their emotional support, which is fair enough. I put a lot of my emotional in the Eagles, but just someone carrying someone else is making you eat another human. Like, come on. We got another one. All right, some recent news. What you guys think about what's going to happen with CD Lamb and Ayuk?
I mean, the Ayuk situation is kind of weird. I mean, I can't see him staying in San Francisco. I really can't. I see Ayuk getting traded, maybe to the Commanders, which would be kind of weird, but I don't know. As far as Lamb's getting paid. Lamb's going to get paid.
Yeah. I agree. I think Ayuk is going to be traded. Lamb's contract is going to hurt Cowboys even more. I know the Cowboys head coach and Jerry are currently having a bit of a misunderstanding, that to the point the news is like they're arguing. Like, McCaffrey's gone this year. I think he's not as much of a yes man as Jerry's like. So I reckon he's going to go. But the Cowboys are in some serious cap problems.
Yeah, gotcha. Panorama says, I still feel special because my ex's brother is married to a women's basketball Hall of Famer. Oh, what's her name, Panorama? Do you know? I might know what it is.
Hall of
The
Famer.
beautiful Haley Gorgeous. Hey, handsome. Talking about me or TJ?
It's definitely PJ.
Or even PJ.
It's definitely PJ.
Let's go. What's up, Haley? How you doing, love? Right, y'all. I feel good on that note. Now, Haley didn't say
I think that was good.
I feel good. Hey, we can roll out of here now. I was called handsome. It's time to get out of here. All right, y'all. Hey, well, that was episode 35, Tuesday with TJ. Yeah, we basically did an hour and a half and some change, hour 40. So that was cool.
Hey,
to get us out of there.
Hey,
that was awesome.
Not a lot of news. We could still fill in.
We can still spin it, baby. We can still spin it. Y'all represent the team on the ride out, you guys. Thank y'all for showing love. I will be live tomorrow on the Come On In Sports Network at 8:05 p.m. Central Time. Me and Dolph 17 will have an interview with a diehard Knicks fan, so we're talking basketball tomorrow on the Come On In Sports Network. I'll have it posted for you guys. It'll be a late stream, 8:05 p.m. Central Time. And I will be live on Thursday. I have no clue what I'm doing yet, but I will be live on Thursday. Either baseball or the WNBA. We'll find out. As Teddy says, you know who I'm talking about. Quit playing.
Here we go.
He says, thank you, Los and TJ and PJ for a great evening. We'll tune in again. That's right. Says, go Texas, go Rockets. All right. Hey, for the home TJ. Go ahead.
Fonorama said she played in the ODU, and it's what? IGA. If I can't pronounce that.
Okay.
Listen.
She played for ODU. Okay. She must have been a baller then. I don't know what that is, but she must have been balling and she's in the Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Nice. Good for you. No, very cool.
All right, cool.
Before I say something, we've got the first time training camp opens is the 13th of July. We've got 17 days. We're almost there. We can really talk some sports then. So we can finally not scrape the barrel for something.
We can talk about something. You know, I hope it's not injuries. Please.
No, yeah, you don't want that. You really don't want that.
All right, y'all, we're out of here, man. For the homegirl, PJ, I'm your host, Carlos Clayton, and the man, the myth, the legend. To the right of me is TJ Tracy. Y'all, this is Tuesday with TJ, episode 35. We're wrapping up. This is Uneducated Sports Talk. All sports fans, you guys know what time it is. Stay smart. Stay uneducated. Peace. Love you, mama. Love you guys as well. TJ, have a blessed night, man. And I'll see you next Tuesday for episode 36. We're out of here, y'all.
Lovely. Everyone, have a good night, everyone, and go Sudbury Cricket Club. Have to get us.
Let's go.
Bye, everyone.